Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about VA Tech, Webag and Ion Exchange, a comparison between the two water treatment companies, how these two have been performing and what lies ahead for them and which one to pick. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about this comparison, here's a small request to kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers with greater details. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. And if you can pay $100 upfront, then you get 10 months access. Then you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. And also, if you cannot join Patreon, you can join me on YouTube and you get all the benefits of Patreon membership. Plus, you get 4 live sessions exclusively for YouTube members. One of them is coming live today at 1 p.m. and 1:15 p.m. And every weekend, we'll have one live session exclusively for YouTube members. Now, the industry in focus. Water treatment and purification is in focus with government efforts, and over the last 5-6 years, there have been a lot of efforts and a lot of progress made in the same industry. Environment, cleanliness, and sustainability will remain as key for the nation, and we are seeing that how much environmental sustainability is taking shape now because of air pollution, water pollution, and other kind of problems that are happening with fossil fuels. The industry will gain momentum as India requires investment in this space, and we know that this is the way ahead. That we need to clean our air, we need to clean our waters in order to be sustainable for a long period of time. So both the companies are top class in the same segment, and valuations in this space is still reasonable. Overall, the valuations are not exorbitant like we see in many consumer companies. Many, even IT companies, have gone berserk over the last 12 months, and many others. But this small niche industry hasn't had such kind of momentum as yet. So both look like growing at 20-22% CAGR for the next 5-7 years. Now, if you take a closer comparison, then Ion Exchange has a market cap of 3,400 crores and an operating profit margin of 12%, whereas an ROE of 25% and a better ROCE is there. If you compare that with VA Tech, then the market cap is larger at 28,000 crores and margins are lesser at 4%. Even return on equity is around 8%. But it is coming cheaper at 0.6 times sales, whereas Ion Exchange is at 2.4 times sales. But both relatively look fine in terms of market cap to sales. There is a 1.6% FII and 8% DII investment in Ion Exchange, whereas there's a lot of FII exposure in VA Tech, whereby a lot of companies are invested into fund houses, foreign fund houses invested into VA Tech. If you look at ROC, then again 32% for Ion Exchange is way better than VA Tech, and stock is up 300%. So 3x it has become Ion Exchange stock. Because of the high return ratios, I would say, and margins, Ion Exchange has had greater command with respect to stock movement compared to VA Tech, which is still up 70% in the last 1 year. 27% promoter holding is still better than VA Tech, and it is trading at a PE of 23, which is not very expensive, but a cheaper valuation there for VA Tech, Webag. So in a nutshell, VA Tech is trading at a reasonable valuation. In fact, much reasonable valuations compared to Ion Exchange. Ion Exchange looks relatively expensive, but you need to understand that the business per se of Ion Exchange is much better. Margins, return ratios, etc. are much better, and hence Ion Exchange is getting the valuation that it is getting. And there is also a point that Ion Exchange is a smaller company compared to VA Tech, and people are getting attracted to it. Future prospects of stock surge is better in VA Tech because the valuations look much better and there hasn't been any huge movement. But the way Ion Exchange is moving, I feel like the movement could just continue, and this gap between the two in terms of stock performance may just remain. So VATech also has high FII investment that is a cushion itself when you're trying to invest into any company. Both are good buys at these levels. If you have a 3 year view, then you can pick any one of them and they should perform pretty well. Remember that margins and return ratios are much better in Ion Exchange with in that respect. Probably you could tilt towards it. So my call is VA Tech looks a better pick at these valuations, but you need to understand that both are undervalued. So it is not that Ion Exchange will not move. So that's what I'm saying. Ion Exchange could easily trade at 30-35 times earnings. So there's still 40-50% room for that company to go up. Yes, VA Tech Webback comparatively looks a more, you can say, relatively undervalued company, but the movement has been better in Ion Exchange and have less than 10% exposure into such stock. So this was my video on comparison between these two companies, Ion Exchange and VA Tech Webag. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you get my video straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon or join me on YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching.